Hey traders, it was bound to happen. We finally had a down day. I'm going to break down what happened in the market. I'm going to preview what's coming up on Wednesday, and we're going to take a look at the VIX. And I'm, of course, going to give you that one stock that I'm watching closely. So with that, let's dig in. All right, traders, so it finally happened. The S&P 500 closed down on the day. We closed down 0.3%, down 19 bucks. The Qs closed down 0.15%. The Dow closed down 0.46. Nice move higher in the VIX. We'll get there in a second. So what happened? We had a really bad day for old line companies. So take a look at UPS. They reported earnings this morning. They were not good. The stock is getting really cheap. Look at the 2-year chart of UPS. It was 187 two years ago. It's now 90. This thing has been taken out to the woodshed. At a certain point, it'll start to get interesting, but we're not there yet. United Healthcare, another one having a real bad day. Just continues to flounder. At a certain point, this will be a buy. I do not believe we're there yet. But yeah, a lot of these old industrial names did not have a great name. Did not have a great day. Apple was down $3. Looks like it's starting to break a little bit lower. Watch this 21-day moving average. We break below there, and you're going to have a quick trip down to 205. Apple reports earnings on Thursday after the bell, so not surprised. And folks, we have so many events happening this week. On Wednesday, we have the Federal Reserve at 2 o'clock, Meta and Microsoft. On Thursday, PCE in the morning, Apple and Amazon in the afternoon. Friday morning, non-farm payrolls, Exxon and Chevron. It's about $7 trillion worth of companies reporting and 3 major economic reports. So, one, we shouldn't be surprised that markets came off a little bit. I think I warned you it's going to be another inside day, maybe down a little bit, maybe up. But again, down 0.3%. Not like it was a huge hairy deal, but tells you, money's going to be a little bit more cautious over the next 48 hours, to say the least. Looking at the VIX, I've been warning you that this VIX spread between the VIX cash and VIX futures had to close. VIX futures were up a little bit, but really got the big move in the VIX cash. Why? Federal Reserve, earnings. Finally starting to price in the fact that we have some real movement coming. But that being said, it's not like options are expensive. This Friday's closing straddle for the SPX is a whopping $71, about 1%. I think we can move more than that. I think it's probably too cheap. Now, remember, the straddle is the market's bet on how much we might move up or down. And $71 for Wednesday with the Fed and Meta and Microsoft. Thursday, PCE, Apple and Amazon. Friday with non-farm payrolls. You're going to have plenty of action. So I think it's worth playing into. Now, there were some winners. Notably, AMD. This stock is just off to the races. Might finally be petering out up here. Earnings aren't till next week. But you can see option prices, this red line, absolutely exploding. The stock has gone parabolic. It might be due for a little bit of selling over the next couple of days as we head into their earnings. It's clearly overbought. And, we might be worth playing in. Really, SMH kind of really pulling everything together. It was really strong relative to the rest of the market on Tuesday and continues to be that. Oil prices finally starting to break out of some range. We're getting a little love out of oil. We did see strength in some of the oil names. Exxon was up nicely. Chevron. Any of these oil names, they looked pretty good. Heading into those earnings, the economy doing better, we could see some fun trading in oil over the next couple of days. But what is the one stock that you should be watching? I mentioned at the top of the show, UPS. It's now $90. At what point do you buy that? It's not like they don't make money. It's not like people don't need shipping. It's got a relatively low PE ratio. This one's starting to look interesting to me. So I am watching this closely. You know what's even more interesting to me than UPS? I want to show you what I did in SRPT. So I built something cool that I'm going to be unveiling on Thursday in Sarepta Pharmaceuticals. And my buy calls pinged on Sarepta yesterday at the end of the day. Bought the 14.5 calls for $1.05. Today on the open, sold them at $3.30. And that was all because of the AI engine that I'm working on, that I'm building. If you haven't seen if you want to see what I'm building, you got to join me on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can click the link in this email. If you were watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe, leave a question. Let me know, where are you interested in UPS? I'll reveal the price I am 100% going to buy on tomorrow's video, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, everybody, I'm Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a good one.